Okay, so the way the global political scenario is changing, the things are there. There is one proverb, there is one adage, there is one saying. I don't know how much practical it is. Somewhere I have heard it. There is no proof of it. I'll try to gather proof for it. Worldwide, if you see the world map, the country wise, there is a world map now. Around 300 countries are there, or 270 or something like that. There are 270 countries in world map. Then every 60-year world map changes. This is what the saying is. Every 60, 70 year, typically the map of the world changes. Means the boundary of the country keep changing. It is not static. If you take 70 year, 60, 70 year back world map, it was completely different. If you go again 70, 80 year back, then it would be different. Again, you go back 70, 80 year, means the any country, the boundary is not fixed. It keeps changing. This is a theorem that I heard somewhere. In that sense, we will talk about China. That is the country that is considered as whose the country boundary not 80 years, it keeps changing. China is a country that is known as a country which never which do not believe in something like conquering it, go and fight with someone. It assimilates someone and make its boundary bigger. It is known greedy country. You can say greediness in the expanding its territory. That is called China. Means they silently and politely they captured Xinjiang that falls in Indian subcontinent, Kashi region, and then they conquered Tibet. So Tibet was not a country that gave in so easily. So they conquered Tibet. But anyway, that we will see what is the present day China, what actually the China is. But there is one reason in China that is making the China as two different countries. Right now, anyway, Taiwan is not part of China and Taiwan is administered by Republic of China. This is what we have seen. There is a region in China called Hong Kong. Okay, I have named what is actual name of Hong Kong, but Britishers they called it Hong Kong. Hang Sing, Xiang Sing, something name is there. They could not pronunciate that much complex name, and they called it Hong Kong. So Hong Kong is a region now that belongs to purely China. But one country, two different administration, two different view of administration, two different way, two different administration, two different way in administration, two different view of the country. So this is the kind of nature of the Hong Kong now. So Hong Kong is a part of China, but it is governed in a fashion that it is a different country. Law are different, taxation are different. If law, the civil law is different, and the way tax is calculated, civil law in that police, court system, everything will come. That is the civil law. If civil law is different and taxation is different, then it is considered as different kind of country. So one country, practically, theoretically one country, but practically two way of administration. That is Hong Kong. Why it is like that? So Britishers, if China is greedy country as far as boundary is concerned, it is famous for acquiring the neighboring country. This is China, famous for that. Then there is another country that is called England, United Kingdom, that is famous for greediness of wealth. Means England means wherever they see wealth, they rush. This is England. If they saw there is a gold, lot of gold in Australia, then there is a gold rush in Australia. Okay, led by United Kingdom. If they knew there is a extremely fertile land in India, then they colonized India. This is what the job. There is difference between England and other European countries like France. They are also very good in where they were also very good in colonization. France, Spain, Portugal, Dutch. These are the people they were good in colonization. But Britain was different. Britain was doing colonization in those regions which was highly lucrative, which would give very good money return. Britain, America was colony of Britain, but not full America. Only the eastern strip of America. Probably it would be maximum 10% of currently United States of America, not more than that. 10% of the area. That are called 13 colonies of United Kingdom. That was completely east of the America. That is, I believe, Hampshire and Rhodes Island and Connecticut and Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and this kind of region. Okay, New Jersey and Pennsylvania, New York, where there was good money. I believe through agriculture only there was good money. So Britishers were interested in the region where there was good money there. So if you see a region is empty, then Chinese will go and capture it. Okay, if Britishers see money is there, then they will go capture it. Now they came to know that Chinese are very good in consuming opium. Opium is a kind of drug kind of thing, drugs kind of thing. So it has tendency to make a kind of drowsy kind of situation. Okay, anesthetic kind of situation. I don't know the exact English word for it. Okay, that is the miss. It is a narcotic kind of thing, opium. So people enjoy it if they eat opium or smoke opium. I don't know how they consume it, but Britishers came to know that Chinese are consumer of opium. Now in hurry hurry, where is Britain and where is China? Other part of the something like on the earth. Now in hurry hurry they reached China to sell the opium. Okay, when the King dynasty saw that Britishers are trying to do the opium kind of trade in China, they started throwing away the Britishers. And there was a war between Britishers and Chinese that was called opium war. So the King dynasty they fought with the Britishers who were trying to establish opium trade with China. And Britishers they make a halt on a set of island, I believe 230 island. There is a set of 230 island in the south of Shanghai. South of Shanghai, there is a 230 island set is there. One island is connected to the mainland China. Otherwise, all islands are separate. Okay, so that reason they called it Hong Kong, and there are natural harbor. Harbor means if you see the island, immediately there will be deep sea where the ship can come and harbor. Otherwise, you have to create artificial harbor. You have to dig it and make it immediately deep so that it can land. So natural harbors are there, and there were natural places for the Britishers to land their ship full with opium. And there they were entering, they were pushing the opium into China and earning money. So this is the what Britishers were doing. So first opium war 1841 that happened between King dynasty and Britishers defeated King dynasty. So in the Hong Kong, now Hong Kong is a set of island. One region is named is actually Hong Kong, but there are many islands there. One island name is Hong Kong, but nowadays full island, complete island collection is known as Hong Kong. But one particular island out of 230 or something is Hong Kong. So first they captured the Hong Kong in 1841. Then Kowloon, I believe Kowloon is the another big island there. For that again tussle started. And 1860, I believe then that there was another opium war with the King dynasty. They again won, Britishers won, and they established and in next few years by 1898 full Hong Kong island 230 island they completely captured it. So if this is mainland China, this is set of sort of Hong Kong island, little bit it is connected to the China, otherwise it is set of island. So Britishers they completely occupied all the island. Now there is a treaty between Britishers and Chinese King dynasty. Now British agreed that they would rule this island only for 99 years, not more than that. This is what their the limit is. Means they thought that much they will earn lot of money. So 99-year lease was given to the Britishers and 1898 lease was signed and 1997 when 99 years was over Then Britishers they handed over Hong Kong region to China. So 1997, this Hong Kong region was with China. The person who was leading the Hong Kong region during the Britishers' time was governor of Hong Kong. That was he was assigned there. He was recruited there from the British governor of Hong Kong. Now, when China took over, now it is replaced by chief executive of Hong Kong, and that is elected by some election body there. Hong Kong is more or less a democratic region now. Now, Hong Kong is not assimilated into China completely. If Chinese need to travel to Hong Kong, he need to carry passport. I don't know visa is required or not, but he need to carry passport because it has complete different civil law and complete different taxation system. Why Hong Kong became this much famous? Okay, so when Hong Kong was tackled by Europeans, Britishers, Hong Kong not only it was a harbor, a trading place, slowly Hong Kong started becoming an industrial place. The industry that was coming in Shanghai, they also when they look at the kind of free nature of Hong Kong, where a lot of people from outsider where they were there, and taxation everything was low. As per the China, tax is low in Hong Kong. Then, then share market and everything is very strong in Hong Kong. The share market of Hong Kong, I believe it is second largest in the world or second largest in the Asia, something like that. It is that big. Then company who were in China in 1840, 50, 60 time frame, they started shifting their offices to Hong Kong. Hong Kong became another Singapore. Someone can consider in this fashion. Now, 1840, 48, 1849 time frame, there is a Korea War, post Second World War. Korea came in two parts. When Japanese left the Korea, Korea got dissociated into two parts. The north part was it was affected by China, communist, and Russia. Communist country it became. Southern part of Korea, South Korea, it became more or less a colony or proxy to America. Capitalism, industry were there. In that North Korea, when it got divided into two Korea, North Korea invaded into South Korea, and in that sense, the many Korean they fled Korea in the Korea War, and they got settled in the Hong Kong. Hong Kong became a kind of asylum of the refugee. That Hong Kong population started growing. Tax was less, employment was there, everything, industry were there. Hong Kong, the population started growing because of Korean War also. Not only that, when communist government came in China, 1958 time frame, at that time, this communist government, it started one kind of move, a great leap forward in the sense we are no longer agricultural country, we are completely industrial country now. The movement from an agricultural based China to industrial based China, in that sense that leap someone has to make, the jump someone has to make, they called it the leap forward, the great leap forward. In the great leap forward, I believe more than 1 million people died in great leap forward. In this kind of movement, many people died. Many people opposed it because their culture was completely different. Now coming to the industrial culture, many people died. In that sense also many people they settled in Hong Kong. Hong Kong, from a trading area, from a harbor, it became a full-fledged industrial area with lot of people. It became a full-fledged country. What is the area of Hong Kong? Around 2,700 kilometers square. It is like a district in India, and population is around 7.4 million people. They live there. Very high population. 7.4 million people in 2,700 kilometer square area. As far as country is concerned, it is very high population. So that is become Hong Kong, where it became independent from Britishers and get aligned with the China, part of China. Then China assured that your complete administration, civil law, taxation, everything, even the currency of Hong Kong is Hong Kong dollar. It is not yuan or renminbi that is in China. Everything is different. Now, China, as everyone knows, China nature is to make the area bigger. Now, Chinese politicians, they are not able to sleep now. How come it can be different? How come it can be so prosperous? Their currency is Hong Kong dollar, and then Hong Kong dollar or Hong Kong pound, something like that. And then their civil law is different. It is a democratic, and then it is kind of taxation is low. So many things. Hong Kong is very nice. Okay, in that sense, now the Chinese has a bad eye to capture it completely. So 1914, then 2014 and 2019. 2019, there was a huge protest in Hong Kong against the extradition law. Now, Chinese, they started a extradition. See how China, it assimilate any country inside it. Now, they started one extradition law. What is extradition law is, if anyone is convicted in Hong Kong, then he will be extradited to China. This is how they are mixing now Hong Kong to China, and the communist culture will come in the Hong Kong. If communist culture comes in Hong Kong, then all industry and whatever, they will not be that much prosperous the way it is. Okay, so this is what they are trying. So now local people are saying, if you bring extradition law, if anyone is found guilty of anything, then he will be transported to China. This move means that by your ill will, they are saying to Chinese government, by your ill will, you will make anyone guilty. This is guilty, he is guilty, he is guilty. No, push him to China. If you push it to China, then China is guilty people, they will come to Hong Kong because exchange will be together, right? Extradition law will be both sides. Now, if it starts happening, then day by day, Hong Kong will become part of China. But anyway, still, this extradition law had been withdrawn, looking at the mass protest from the people. 2014, 2019, I believe 2023 also, there was a mass protest in Hong Kong. Anyway, if you see the Hong Kong, okay, Hong Kong was natural harbor, 1841, the first opium war, and it is east of the, okay, it is set of 230 islands around, and it original name of the Hong Kong is Hissing Cheng, Hissing Cheng become Hissing Cheng or Hissing Cheng became Hong Kong. Okay, there is a Pearl River that flow in China in the boundary of the Hong Kong and China. Pearl River or Zhu River. Okay, the boundary of the Hong Kong that is China, that state province name is Guangdong. So I believe the kind of Shanghai comes under Guangdong, or Shanghai would be, I don't know. If Shanghai is another province, then it would be neighbor of Guangdong only. Okay, so 1941, Hong Kong was taken care by Britishers. Then Kowloon Island in 1860. Then other 230 island by 1898. Britishers took and they signed a kind of agreement with King Dynasty for taking it for in a kind of something like 99 years of lease they took, and finally it is with China, but more or less it is being administered the way it was administered by the Britishers because employment is high, it is very rich, a stock exchange and everything is very prosperous. But anyway, now question is arising: how long this the Hong Kong people would fight with the Chinese? Around 12% of the people are Christian there. Otherwise, half of the people they follow Chinese kind of their domestic religion that is integral to the China. I believe one quarter people are Buddhist out there. Otherwise, other people, Hindu and those people are also there in minority. They went from India. Okay, let's wait and watch and see how long Hong Kong will remain like a different country.